It's almost 12. I had an assignment due tonight, so that's why I'm making this video so late. If you have been in school and you have had deadlines that end at 12, you know what I'm talking about. You do it last minute, procrastinate, do it last minute. I don't condone that type of behavior, but it happened. Yeah. I know I'm preaching about productivity and, good mental health and doing things on time regularly. I'm a human. I'm trying to improve that part of me too. Anyway, it's late. I'm tired. But there are a few things that I want to discuss. And I also need to make a video. So, first things first. I woke up today and the first thought I had was, why am I still alive? What is the point of living? And is it worth living? Right? Is it worth living? I feel like, bro, I made a video about how I destroyed my insecurities, and I kind of did. But since having a significant other, it feels like some insecurities has just came back. Bro, it just came back. I was kind of confident in my looks. I was confident in me as a person. But since I'm in a relationship, I feel like every time I meet someone that's more attractive than me, in my opinion, I get insecure, and it's so bad. It's so bad. But that's actually kind of a side note. I didn't even want to talk about this. There are things I want to talk about. First, what is the point of living? I saw a video. I'm going to search up what's the point of living. I'm going to watch a video and then see if it's worth my time. In my eyes, it's just, I'm suffering mentally, right? I'm suffering mentally. The constant comparison between others, makes me kind of go crazy because I don't know. In my eyes, every time I see someone taller than me, I just get insecure. If it's someone better looking than me, I sort of get insecure. These things normally wouldn't matter to me, but since I have a girlfriend, the thought of the question I asked to myself, why wouldn't she date him? Because he's taller. He's probably more funny. He's funnier than me. He's probably all those things. And I know common sense says he's not me, right? Because I'm my own person, personality wise. I know kind of who I am. A certain mix of stupidity, logic, and personality that you can't just copy. I know that's probably why she's with me. I'm sort of attractive. But these thoughts just keep going into my head, and then I just hope at some point those will go away. But that's a part of misery that I have mentally. Mentally, I'm just kind of all over the place. I'm living with people. I'm surrounded with people who don't think the same as me. I feel very lonely. I'm insecure about myself physically and mentally. Just how I look as well as how I think and how I see myself. Those three things in combination just make it very tough mentally. I know, toughen up, toughen up. Like, bro, be a man. It's like, okay. I'm trying to be. I'm still trying to do the right things. Just still trying to meditate every morning. Going to school, record every day, and actually posting. But sometimes it's just not enough. But I'm not here to vent. I'm just trying to explain why I feel like, why I ask the question, what's the point of life? Why am I alive? With all that mental suffering constantly, by the way, it's not sometimes and then sometimes not. It's just constantly there. It hurts, kind of. It's very annoying. And then I'll look at what's ahead. And I see, best case, I make a lot of money. I start a family. No, start a family. I'm going to live with my girlfriend. We'll have this life of traveling, going out together, and just making money and stuff. That's the best case. Worst case is she cheats on me. I find out that she cheated on me. I don't make a lot of money. I barely get by. I need to get out of the house because I want my independence, and then I barely get by, working 40 hours a week just to pay the bills and occasionally eat out or go on vacation with no one in my life and just being alone. And it will be some kind of mix of worst case and best case, I think. It's somewhere between. I might be making some kind of substantial money that we can live together with my girlfriend, but we won't be able to travel as much. I don't know, but every possible future outcome doesn't excite me or something. It doesn't excite me in the way that I think it used to. I don't get excited when I think about those things. The only thing I can think about is how I feel miserable right now. And the regrets I have of the past. I regret telling my parents that my friends that I skateboarded with partied and I never saw them again, for example. That's just, I hate myself for that. I hate the fact that I never really had a sleepover with my friend's house because it doesn't fit our culture. I have all these problems, yeah? And then I came across this video. And it were kids. I think American kids. And you ask them, what do you want? Just what do you want? Point blank. And every one of them said money. All of them wanted money. Some amount. Some said $40. Some said billions and billions and billions of dollars. And then we go to a place like a third world country. And they ask them, what do you want? I want the road to be free. I want to eat sugar. I want to taste sugar. I want to eat a shawarma. I want to see my dead brother again. Yeah. I want to get my brother back to life. I miss him so much. Those are actual concerns. And I am here with a roof above my head, food to eat, food in the... Like, our fridge is full. I have water to drink. I have, like, some sort of money in the bank account. I have earphones. I have things to record with. I have a university to go to. I have food to eat. I have public transport to use. And then I sit complain about what's the point of life. Contemplating about suicide. When these kids literally don't even have half the things that I have. They don't even have 25% of what I have. And I'm out here complaining about some mental health issue. That's something that's kind of on my mind. There are always people who have it worse. And, maybe I'm just ungrateful for the things that I have. And I should actually be gratitude journaling again. I think that's maybe a solution to some of my point of life problems. Because I don't enjoy life right now. Even though I have most of the things that I wanted when I was 14, 15. No, which I've always wanted. Which I wanted a girlfriend since times. And I finally got a girlfriend. I have close friends who I can call. I kind of have more free time than ever. I mean, I'm not obligated to go to school, and every now and then I have a deadline and stuff. I'm more free than ever. Yeah, I'm also not more depressed than ever. When I was 14, it was really, really bad. But I'm kind of almost hitting that point again where I just don't enjoy life. I'm feeling miserable. Some things to think about. So what is the point of life? I'm going to watch that video and get back to you on that. I think I've watched enough of that video to kind of, I think I've watched enough of that video before my laptop is going to explode. That's really it, because my laptop is like making noises. It's like almost in the air. No, I'm joking, but still, it's almost in the air. And I've been complaining a bit in the first half of the video, but I still want to say, like, life can be beautiful if you kind of, if the future excites you and you're not suffering and all that stuff. I realize that I should be grateful. When you're grateful for the things that you have and excited for the future, then it makes sense. It just doesn't make sense to me at the moment, because I'm not excited for the future and I'm suffering mentally right now. But yeah, there are multiple reasons why I'm still here and not in the afterlife, is because I'm too scared to do it. There's still a future. I need to give it a chance. And these issues that I have mentally can be resolved, obviously. I mean, it's the way I look at things. And I've changed that before, so I can't see why I can change it again. And that's what I'm trying to do. But it's just difficult, I guess. It's just difficult. Life's getting a bit difficult. I kind of want to stay in this place, in like high school place, where I just have to learn and just get grades instead of going into the real world and working for money and all this stuff. What's also kind of what fucks me up a bit is that reality doesn't care about good or bad. You can be the best person in the world and still get cheated on. You can have the noblest goals and still end up as a hobo. It's just, the world doesn't care about good and bad. You can have the best, I don't know, ideals, morals, values, whatever, be the best person on earth, and you can still get fucking killed. It's actually insane. I might be overly emotional or overly sensitive, and maybe I am, but it's, yeah. When I was 14, I felt the same way I'm feeling right now. No, actually a lot worse. And I really thought about going to heaven. Or going to, I don't know, the afterlife. And I realized I was very young and I need to give life a chance. And literally 2 years after that, I was the happiest I've ever been, I think. I was happy. And I was glad I was still alive. Now I'm 20, I kind of feel the same way. You know what makes me happy? When I was happy, there was a time where I was actually happy. That was really in the zone. I literally could not sleep. I thought sleep was a waste of time because I wanted to be awake. And that was when I was reading a book. Specifically, I was reading The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene. And the stories and the archetypes in the book were so interesting to me. I was literally all day, I was reading and analyzing these things. All these archetypes, all these characteristics. It was very cool. And I would spend days just analyzing one archetype, just getting into the nitpicks, every single sentence, every single story, with every hint of what characteristic it might be and how it like relates to another and stuff. That made me so happy. And I haven't read in a while. I haven't read in like 2 months, honestly. So maybe I should be doing that again, just reading and acquiring knowledge of topics that I enjoy. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's good enough a video. I think that's enough. Obviously, I don't think there will be an edit of me doing my things at the end, just because it's super late. I still need to pick up my brother from wherever he is going. I still need to bring him home. And I'm not giving you more context, and I'm still need to do stuff. So it's after 12. I wish you all a very good day, and I'll see you in the next one.